how to use a knife. You know, we don't
Mm-hmm.
have that anymore. My kids didn't have home ec. But there is, it's, you guys, I'm asking you, what are you guys doing to make sure? Because I think the biggest thing, when it comes to like wealth building, legacy, what are you doing specifically for your children to make sure that the next generation is better than our generation? What are you specifically doing, to make sure your kids know what they should be doing, or they're insulated, or they know how to deal at these schools, or they know how to deal with the police? Like, are you having conversations with them? What are you doing to prepare your children for life, for like real life, and life and success? That's what I'm interested
Yeah.
in knowing.
Yeah, well, you know what's fun? What's interesting is I know that the way kids don't always listen as much as they
Oh,
should.
mine don't either.
Yeah, and I know what I do is I just every now and then I'll just talk to them about stuff, and then I show them things. I try to lead by example, number one, if I can, and then two, we'll just be talking about stuff,
Mhm.
and that kind of helps. But I don't know. We don't know the results yet because they're not adults, right? So, there's a lot of personal choice in terms of what kind of adult they choose to be. That
Mhm.
matters a lot, right? Like my parents could tell me everything that they could tell me, but certain things happen in my life because of who I am, what kind of
Gotta
person I
experience
just
for yourself.
decided to. Yeah, yeah. So if you don't want the best for yourself, then you're not going to make the best choices. But then I think what a parent can do is help the kid to at least understand their own self-worth and what the standard is, like that's like you should expect the best for yourself. You should work hard for to have the best for yourself. You should prepare for life in a certain way. And I think these are conversations that go deeper than just skill sets. I think everything has to start with kind of love,
Yeah.
right? I think if you feel loved and somebody loves you, you're gonna listen to them. And then self-love, learning that. I found that a lot of that was critical because when
Yeah.
I didn't love myself, I don't think I made the best decisions. Like, why
Why
would I?
didn't you love yourself?
Because I didn't really have because I had a mean ass father. And my biological father wasn't around, and my father that raised me was a traumatized Vietnam veteran police
Yeah.
commander who cared more about maintaining authority and
Yeah.
control than
Yeah.
forming deep, meaningful, loving connections. But he didn't know how to do that because his father never did that, right?
Right.
So this generational curse kind of thing. So where I climbed out of that was education. Education helped me a lot because it really pushed me to be a thinker, and
Yeah.
I questioned everything. I think black people should question every single thing.
I agree.
Every, every
Religion, everything.
yep, you have to. Yeah. And when you do that though, it's kind of scary because you're gonna realize some stuff that maybe you didn't want to realize. And
Listen,
then you start talking about it, and then you talk to
and it,
close-minded people and
and
they
then you're
start talking about
ostracized, and then
it. Hmm.
yeah, buddy, no, I know, because once you start reading a little bit more, and you're not just going on the things that you were indoctrinated with, you're like, well, wait a minute, you start questioning, like, you don't question it. Oh, okay, 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 Dad.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna.
Nigga, you been reading? You ain't supposed to be reading. I mean, what's wrong with you?
But when you talked about love and the importance of family, I was listening to a Jewish guy named Beryl Solomon. And one of the things he was talking about why Jews are the most wealthiest people in this country and in the world, right? Because they make up less than 1% of the population, but they have over 50% of the wealth. But when they talk about what they do inside their homes, how they sit down and they talk to their children about business and so he said a few things. He said they practice collective economics. Huge. They don't do business with anybody outside of their community, right? They only do business with people in their community. And